Hey, what's going on, guys? It's 2K Bro here, and today we're going to talk about if I have ever gotten pulled over in this car. And the answer to that is yes, I have on 3 separate occasions. So, alright, let's start with the first story. So, the first story, okay, so I was driving, I started like at 6. It was the first day I got the car, first day. We had just finished the deal, I was excited. So, what happened was, I was driving, and I was, I was cruising around, just how, just like that, just cruising around. So what happened was, as I was driving, I needed to go, eventually I was gonna need to go pump some gas. So I went to go pump some gas, and after that, I didn't really think much of anything. And so I'm just driving, and I was literally already gonna turn into my street. Like, I was already a block away, and I see the lights come on behind me. So I'm all like, well, what the hell? Like, what did I do? Was I speeding? There was a lot of stuff going through my mind. I was like, what did I do wrong? So of course I pulled over to the side. The officer comes up to my window, and he says, "You realize you're driving without your headlights?" And I was all like, I stayed confused. I was like, wait, what the hell? And I was like, really? And I turned them on, and this is already like at 10 p.m. So of course I needed to have my headlights on. So I turned them on, and then of course I apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. It's the first day I got the car. I'm still not used to it. And he was just like, nah, the way he said it, he was like, nah, man, it's okay. I'll let you off with a warning. After he ran my background, he saw that, I'm not a speeder, I don't have, trouble with the law or anything, So he said, no, and then he started telling me a story that when he used to own a 350Z, and it was standard, and then, how much he loved it, so he to some extent, he did understand where I was coming from, but yeah, that's the first story. So that's the first time I got pulled over. Second time, this one personally I think is kind of dumb, but I don't know, maybe it's understandable to some point. But so what happened was, so I was just driving, minding my own business, and it was like around like 8 p.m. maybe. So I was cruising around, and well, the cop turns on his lights, right? And so I turn to the side, I pull over, and well, he tells me that, so I had a license plate cover. It said simple-minded others blinded, the cover, and it was a little, don't get me wrong, it was a little big, so it was covering half of the Texas. Like, it had like a line straight, but you can still clearly see it says Texas. But either way, he said, oh, well, we won't know where the car's from, and so I mean, I didn't argue. I just said, okay, you know what, that's fine. I'll take it off. So I did. I didn't want any trouble anymore, like getting pulled over wise. So he told me, he's like, nah, you can, no, it's okay. You can, just take it off, and, and you won't get, that'll be the end of the story. So I said, okay. So then he started asking me about the car too. He told me, oh, what is it? Because it's debadged. You don't know. I guess you really have to be a car, enthusiast to know what kind of car it is. And I told him, oh, it's a Honda. It was funny too, because he was like, Honda. I was like, yeah. He's like, whoa, a Honda what? I was like, an S2000. He's like, oh, well, it's a nice car. I was like, oh, thanks, and well, he left me off with a warning. Okay, so third story. So what happened was, okay, this one I do understand. So what happened was, I was driving, I was cruising around like always, and I was turning into the high school. I was just passing by, so I turned into the high school, and I was just driving, and there was a cop coming on the other lane. And well, there, it's a 20 mile per hour zone, so I was going this way, and then the cop was coming this way, and I looked in the rearview mirror. Every time there's a cop, I always look in the rearview mirror, make sure like, okay, I'm doing everything good, I'm not, doing nothing wrong. So, well, the cop ends up turning around, and I'm all like, oh shoot, like what the hell's gonna happen? Like what am I doing? I'm like constantly looking at my speedometer, making sure that, okay, so making sure I'm doing under the speed limit or exactly the speed limit. So I'm driving perfect, as perfect as I can. So I turn, I go at the stop sign, and then the cop's like, it's me, and then there's a random guy behind me, and then the cop's over here behind that guy. So I turn right, and then I'm driving all slow, and then the guy turns too, and then the cop turns my direction as well. And so the cop then goes around that guy, because the guy got in, the guy just driving slow, so the cop turns on his lights, goes around that guy, and then goes behind me. So I pulled over to the side, right? And then he told me that, oh, well, the reason we're pulling you over is because your license plate can't be on the windshield. So that one I understood. So that's the reason I mounted the license plate over there to the bumper. Because I was like, you know what? In the end, I was just like, I don't want no problems with the cops anymore. I don't want this car to get burnt. So I was just like, I'm just gonna mount it to the freaking bumper, take off the cover. I didn't want no problem with any cops, it's just, because then they'll be on your ass like the whole freaking time, and you're just not gonna have a good time. You're not gonna be like comfortable driving, driving the car. I want to enjoy it. So I'm making it street legal, make sure everything, everything's up to date, and I mean, I just didn't want any more problems. So those are the 3 times I got pulled over. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. I think what I'm thinking of doing, guys, I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking of doing the giveaway. I'm not sure what exactly I have planned, but I'll find something, maybe cleaning supply kit. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing the 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place, like do just drawing or whatever. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next video.